share, subscribe. I wish I had a full camera so I could smack the desk. You know, I'ma just. It's time to push past your limits, man. I had a long day today, and that's why I keep fucking up. I had a long day today, and for those who, oh my Jesus Christ. I had a long day today, and for those who have been following, you know that I've been doing the 75 hard challenge, which is pretty much just extreme discipline for about 2.5 months, which is good because I feel like all of us from time to time just need a push in the right direction and to really lock in when there's something that you really want to accomplish. So when I was taking a shower, you know what I'm saying, washing off all the sweat and dirt that I've accumulated throughout the day from the different workouts that I did, I was just thinking about what I'm going to do when I get out the shower. I work a 9 to 5, I have a dog, so I'm pretty tired at the end of the day, especially after doing 2 workouts, and it's 100 degrees outside in the state of Georgia, so I was completely exhausted. Before I got in the shower, I was 100% ready to come out, probably record this video, and then just play Elden Ring or something for the rest of the night. But then I thought, that's what I always do, right? I always put in a good amount of work, and then be like, okay, cool, now it's time to rest. But I want to switch it up, you know, there's goals that I want to accomplish, there's things that I really want to do in life, and there's places that I want to go, and time waits for no one. When I was in the shower, I was just thinking about all the things that I could be doing and all the ideas that I have and the different things I want to do on this channel and in different avenues in life. But the only way I'm going to do that is by going hard, is by practicing, is by continuously trying over and over again and exerting energy. And as I was pondering all these ideas, I thought back to a conversation that I had with an old, I guess you could call him a mentor, but somebody that I used to work with in college. And I remember one time we were having a conversation. I worked with him before, so I really wanted a job. I thought that he had, you know, the connections or something to put me in a position where I could make some type of money and I didn't have to work at, you know, retail stores. And I remember having this conversation with him, and you could always tell when somebody's not going to give you, you can always tell when someone's not going to give you the answer that you want to hear, but sometimes they give you the answer that you need to hear. I remember he asked me, he said, what did he say? He just told us to be prepared.
How did the defense in the running game give overall shape to the way this played out, Jameis?
Well, I just think we were prepared. You know, one thing my trainer, he told me, he said, what did he say? He just told us to be prepared.
I remember he asked me, he said, what is the most valuable asset, especially at your age? So I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, of course, everybody says this. I've heard this a million times. Time, because time is the one thing that you can't get back. It's the one thing that's irreplaceable. And he said, no, fuck that. It's not time. The most valuable thing, expensive thing at the age that you are, and this is probably 2 years ago, so I was probably like 24 or something like that. He said the most valuable thing at your age is energy. And it didn't really take me long for me to resonate with what he was saying. Granted, he went into depth about what he was talking about. He's an older person. He's probably like 50. I don't know how old that nigga was for real, but he's old as shit. He's old as dirt to me. But he was saying like, yo, I can't do the things that I used to do. I used to be able to work, you know, a 9 to 5, and then from 5 to 11 work a second job or put in an extra work doing the things that I really wanted to do because I really wanted to make it. And that's not something that I have the energy to do at this old age that I'm at right now. So that's the most important thing for you. You have to utilize all this energy that you have to do stuff, because the older you get, there's gonna be a time, it doesn't matter what you want to do, you're not gonna have the energy to put forth that type of work. And I knew he was right, because, you know, I have parents and I see my dad, and my dad is not a lazy person by any means. He's been old my whole life, so, you know, so it's not like old people don't have any energy, but I feel like he exerted all the energy he could in order to provide for us. He didn't really have extra energy to start doing a whole bunch of extra stuff because he already had to think about a whole family that he's providing for, and he had to work extra hard just to make sure that we were, you know, living comfortable. So that mixed with the self-motivation that I have and all the ideas and things that I want to do made me realize, like, okay, video games are always going to be there. Relaxation is always going to be there. I can find ways to still unwind while putting in work. But at the end of the day, there is no joy without suffering. There is no happiness without pain. You have to go through trials and errors. You have to go through tribulations. You have to go through exhausting periods in order to reach the goal that you want to reach. You're not going to be able to, some people might, but most people aren't going to be able to reach their goals without reaching a point of exhaustion, a point of just irritability. I don't think that's a word, but you understand what I'm saying. Just a point of just like, yo, bro, this is starting to get on my nerves. I'm tired. I don't like, all I do is work. All I do is yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. These are the type of things that push you over the edge. These are the type of things that separate you from others. Now, am I saying don't focus on yourself, don't focus on your health, don't focus on your family or your loved ones or all the other things that you have in life? No, you have to have balance. But at the end of the day, you know the energy that you're putting forth and you know the things that you want to accomplish. If it's between, hey, you know what I'm saying, like getting on your phone and scrolling or watching a couple episodes of that TV show you like, or putting in the extra work of, you know, working out or editing or, you know, training or drawing or whatever it is that you want to do, choose the latter, because in the long run, it'll help you out way more. And there's always time for that leisure stuff. There's always time for TV and media and entertainment. Like, you'll always be able to fit that into anywhere. But moments of inspiration, those are fleeting. So you have to capture those. And most importantly, you gotta push past your limits.
This is where you gotta push past your limits. If you don't, then your path ends here.
When you think you don't have any energy left, when you think there's nothing left in the reservoir, that's when you dig deep. That's when you pull something from within. That's when you have your best ideas. That's when you go harder, man. That's just the reality of the situation. That's life. Nothing's just gonna happen for you. You have to make it happen. Now, with that being said, I'm gonna go edit more videos. God willing, this isn't the case, but in reality, a bunch of videos that a bunch of people aren't gonna see, but eventually they will, because I'm gonna keep stacking work, I'm gonna keep stacking effort, and the results will be the results. That's just the way it goes. Flashback, quick thoughts. Oh yeah, and you see the shirt, I don't care if we lost in 5 games, 4 games, we could have lost in 3 games, it's still Boston.